Alrighty, we're just gonna jump right into it. It's been about 2 weeks since we installed the package of bees. We're just gonna do our first inspection. I had to go in there and move where I put the queen cage originally, just because I didn't think they'd be able to get at her too well to feed her and take care of her. And then I went in once aside from that to add some food in there because I thought they were running low. But today's the first day we get to pull some frames, so it's going to be some pretty exciting stuff. So we're going to be looking for about 3 different things once we go in there. We're going to be looking for the queen, see if she's laying eggs and if we've got a strong amount of brood getting ready for the spring honey flow. We're going to be looking to see if they're trying to swarm and build some extra queen cells. And then we're going to be seeing how they are doing on food in general. Look at that, you can see them inside the fondant package we gave them. Just a little hive alive for them. So it looks like they're eating it. We'll leave that in there this time around. Let's take it out so I can do the inspection. Oh, they got it stuck down pretty good. So these frames that I put in, they were pretty well full of honey. Like I said earlier, I thought they were low on food, so I went ahead and stuck it in there. Just leftovers from last year. So there's them eating a whole bunch of nectar. They've uncapped it all. They're eating it up. Not quite enough pollen and nectar flowing right now in this point of spring to keep them nice and fed. That's all capped up from last year still though. Wow, they are really going for it. They're just eating it up. They even got some pollen right there, if you can see it. This was the original frame right here that we stuck in there. So they didn't touch it too much actually. Well, except for that side. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We have a queen cup right on the bottom of the cell here. We're just gonna flip it up and we're gonna look inside. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but that is empty. We're just gonna smush it down and we're gonna keep on moving. So that queen cup that they just had built on that last bottom frame, that's what we're looking for. It's just a sign that they're getting ready to swarm. They'll build those closer up to the top if they need to supersede their current queen if they're not happy with her. Typically, if they do it to the bottom, that just means that they're feeling like they're using up a whole lot of their room. Just keep giving that smoker some slow, steady puffs as I'm going here to keep it running. Thank you. So I'm not looking too closely for any eggs or signs of the queen up here, just because I know from putting in these frames that they're pretty much all filled with honey. There's not a whole lot of laying room for her to work with, so it's more likely that when we get to that deep container at the very bottom, that's where she'll be doing her work. Pretty much empty comb and a little bit of nectar. Take some time to work through these guys, but I don't see any eggs, so we'll take this super off and we'll move on down to the deep. Get to working on inspecting the deep. So you'll remember I showed these in the beginning of my last video. We'll just see what kind of progress they made. Not much interest in this frame. They haven't done much with it. So you'll remember that these ones were covered with a little bit of mold from the basement. And if you look at them now, you could eat off of them. Same with this one. And hopefully, here comes the good part. Keep your eyes out for the queen. Wow. Look at all that nectar. All right, we got some nectar in here, a little bit of pollen in the upper right corner and the upper left. But no eggs, not yet. Now the real question is, did they move that nectar down from the super, or is that just what they've collected so far this spring? We've seen them carrying in a little bit of pollen. Oh, wow. That's a solid amount of pollen. So just remember that queen is marked with a red dot. And still no eggs, but I'm really happy with seeing all that pollen and bee breath they made in. All right. So if I was a betting guy, I'd say we'd see her in the next few frames or some eggs. Typically they like to keep the pollen near the brood, and also we got way more bees towards the center of the box. No eggs on this frame. All right, in the bottom of the frame, down to the left, you can see her right there making her way. So at this point, we're just looking for kicks and giggles, see what they have on these other frames. Nice amount of food, but I'm not seeing any more eggs or any larvae. Lots of pollen. They're doing very well, pollen-wise. Alright, so that concludes the hive inspection. So I didn't see actual physical eggs, but I did see some mature larvae, nothing capped over yet, but we know she's laying, so I'm happy with that for now. They actually have a lot of food, so I'm probably not going to put that sugar packet back in. I'll probably leave that be. We're just going to try to push this girl out of the way. Come on, girlie. I'm not your enemy. I just want to put my frame back. Please? Just nice and gentle. Okay. Mission success. Alrighty, well, thank you for watching the video, and if you like bees, subscribe.